1000 Little Sisters star Tammy Slaton's had the most incredible reality TV journey. It's been a thrilling roller coaster ride. The dizzying highs and lows she's experienced make her the most fascinating reality star. When I think about Tammy, I picture an amusement park. Some rides, such as roller coasters, evoke an intoxicating blend of fear and elation. Then there's the Hall of Mirrors, which distorts reflections, making people question what they see and who they are. Softer rides, such as Bruce Springsteen's Tunnel of Love, offer romance. Metaphorically speaking, Tammy's been on every single ride. She's felt everything. Amusement parks are filled with carnies. They see behind the curtain and run the games that people play. They know how the rides work. They may also be performers who add a touch of drama or whimsy, such as sword swallowers and clowns. Way back when Tammy wasn't a carny, but she was a circus act. In order to survive at a high weight, she took to YouTube with her sister, 1000 Little Sisters Amy Slaton. They do tricks for their fans, such as stuffing their faces with marshmallows, as they did in the Chubby Bunny Challenge, shown in the clip above. Back then, Tammy's weight rose as high as 725 pounds. She wasn't happy inside, but she pasted on a smile. The show went on. Now she's a different woman. Tammy has more dignity. People often laugh with her rather than at her. The Hall of Mirrors shows a slimmer woman with a peaceful expression, not an angry shrew who lambasted her loved ones when they didn't follow her orders. Tammy's a whole new person. While she still grapples with self-image, there's less distortion. I love roller coasters and amusement parks. If I could, I'd spend a lot of time visiting the world's most esteemed theme parks. That's just me. That being said, I can't handle the really scary rides. I have a little bit of an adventurous spirit, but I also have my limits. However, I'm a woman with a disability, and as such, I have experienced the roller coaster ride that is being different from other people. So asked Tammy. For this reason, I find her very relatable. Before bariatric surgery, Tammy was depressed. She didn't see a way out of her problems. People with disabilities often feel the same way. As Tammy's mobility was severely restricted, she was disabled. Now she's able to move around and even dance. Before weight loss set her free, she got on the ride. The beginning was the hardest part. The chain pulled up the roller coaster's cars, and that ascent was slow and scary. As she moved up and up, towards a dizzying pinnacle, Tammy braced herself. At that time, a rough childhood led her to emotional eating that was out of control. Eating was more than a pleasure, it was a compulsion. The desire for food took over Tammy's life. Addicts often experience this kind of obsession with what they're addicted to. Tammy's mother, Darling Rednor, wasn't around much when she was growing up. She and Tammy weren't rich girls. Alone at home, and probably wishing their mom was there, they turned to unhealthy foods. Quite often, the cheapest food is the worst for the human body. Processed foods are basically poison. The girls subsisted on the dreaded White Death diet, carbs such as white bread, pasta, and potato chips, which offered few nutrients but plenty of fat, sodium, sugar, and calories. When the sisters were very heavy, they still had to carry the trauma of childhood. As well, they had to be obese people in a fat-shaming world. The ride kept inching upwards, and the sisters were filled with anxiety. What would happen next? Would things be okay? After a coaster reaches that peak, it has enough momentum to power through twists and turns following a rapid descent. This is when the ride becomes really interesting. The fear melts away and there is a rush of adrenaline. After weight loss surgery, Tammy's enjoying the fun part of the ride. The house is haunted and the ride is rough. Tunnel of Love, Bruce Springsteen. Nonetheless, even at 287 pounds, Tammy's house is haunted. She's loved and lost. She remembers the insults from haters, The means, the cruelty so over the top as to be absurd and cartoonish. The sweetest ghost of all is Tammy's ex-husband, Caleb Willingham. He passed away, and she hasn't forgotten the gentle and romantic man who treated her like a queen. She'll always be grateful because he helped her when no one else would. Before Caleb, her relationships with feeders ended in disaster. She chose badly, but maybe she didn't have a lot of options. The haunted house was filled with strange characters who left her feeling unsettled. Tammy has learned to focus on people who are good to her. Her friend Haley Michelle is a fun companion who's like a human amusement park. She has a lust for life and a great sense of humor, even though fans call Haley a user. This paranormal princess Haley gets Tammy out of the house and living. She takes her on adventures that open her mind. No other reality star has had this kind of makeover. It's a transformation of mind, body, and soul. It's beyond getting your hair done or putting on some lipstick. Tammy is nothing like she was before. Losing hundreds of pounds is life-changing. Also, on top of that, Tammy's got a little charm. Now that she's feeling freer and happy, her charisma really shines. At any rate, she has star quality. Now with a little more fun in her life, she's cheery, funny, and the woman she was always meant to be. Whether she's wearing Minnie Mouse ears at Disneyland or dancing at TikTok, she's a shining example of what a reality star can be. What's happened to Tammy isn't shallow or fake. It's real, and that's why 1000 Mob Sisters Tammy Slaton's the queen.